importantly, it's a course of conduct that really needs a thorough.
Yo, what's up, YouTubers? How we doing out there? Hey, give me a second. Let me turn on this TV.
We secure a thorough accounting of facts because we have confirmed that there are survivors.
All right. Yo, you can see what I'm wearing in representation of our ladies who just kicked butt over there doing the thing when it came to the World Cup. Love the girls. Thank you very much. Hey, I'm here to talk about a little thing that I do best, which is credit. Now, I know a lot of you out there are probably thinking, wow, man, really? We got to listen to somebody else tell us about credit? Some guy with gray hair, bald head, big glasses, going to tell us about credit. Well, guess what? Yes, I am. Because what I'm finding out, what I'm understanding, what I'm dealing with on a regular basis when I talk to clients is that there's a lot of things that we don't know. There are a lot of things that we don't know. And we just got to come clean and admit it. It's okay. You got to admit it. You have to admit it that you really don't know who these people are. Can somebody tell me, who's TransUnion? What do you know about TransUnion? What about these guys? Who's Equifax? What do you know about Equifax? Here's another one. Experian. What do you know about these companies? What do you know about them? I know they house your information. I know they're called repositories. I know they're for-profit companies. I know that they are companies that make billions of dollars while they're getting fined millions of dollars in fees. I won't call them fees, but they're fines. So if you make billions and you're getting fined millions, it really doesn't mean much because it's a wash anyway. If you understand business, it's a wash. My point is this, folks. If you want to start seeing some financial recovery in your situation, you're going to have to get involved more deeply when it comes to your credit. It's just that simple. I'm going to talk about it until I'm blue in the face. It's going to take a lot. But my whole point is that you got to get involved. You got to get involved. When you go to the doctors tells you, they say, hey, we're going to hook you up to the machines. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to get some vitals. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to make sure that we have you so that we can gather that data. If you're not gathering your data, folks, what do you know about what's really inside your credit reports? I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna beat this down so that you clearly understand that it takes you, the consumer, have to get involved. If you don't get involved, then really there's not much those individuals that want to help you, can actually do for you. We want to help you. There are valid companies out there today, and I'm going to talk about my competitors, and I'm going to talk about my friends who equally do what I do. For the most part, they're all doing the right thing. So whether you talk to me or whether you talk to them, it doesn't matter, but you're going to have to start talking to somebody. You're going to have to start talking to somebody. There are things we just don't know. I got to be this good in credit because I spent the last 10 years researching, asking questions, asking questions, researching. Thank you, Internet, because I can honestly say it takes a lot from an individual to go out there and actually do the research, do the work. I did the work, got the accolades for it. Now I have the business to actually go out there. And now what I'm doing right here is promoting it. I want you folks to understand whether or not you come talk to me is completely okay. Please start talking to somebody, and talk to somebody who really knows credit. Don't just talk to somebody who's going to put you on the phone with somebody and then they're not going to know what they're talking about because they're going to have to keep, oh, just 1 second, let me go ask another question. Oh, just 1 second, let me go ask another question. Oh, just 1 second, let me go ask another question. That's not what we should be doing at this particular point. You know what got us into this problem to begin with? Just exactly as I said. Oh, let me go ask somebody. Not talking to somebody who actually knows. I'm not going to sit here in any stretch of the imagination attempt to tell you that I'm some guru, I'm some wizard, know-it-all. No, I'm not. But what I am is I'm a due diligence, no nonsense, straight up give you the facts, individuals, about what's going on with credit. Straight up give you the facts. And guess what? I'll do it for free. I'll give you everything that I know for free. I don't want the money. I don't want the money. But if you choose to say, hey, you know what? I like what you're, I won't say that awful word that I really do not equate with my business, because I'm not selling you anything. I'm offering you. I'm giving you the choice to get educated first, then you decide. You then decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to stay in the situation, or am I going to move myself over to something that's going to actually do me some good? Because let me tell you right now, you're already paying. You're already paying. If you're dealing with double-digit interest rates, you're already paying. No matter who you go and see, you're going to pay them, obviously, to do the work for you, and you got to hold them accountable to make sure that they do the work for you. But you're already paying. So you can get the notion out of your head right now, oh, I'm going to have to pay somebody else. You're already paying. Double digits, you're already paying. So you might as well get in touch with reality, do that soul searching, do whatever it is that you need to do to pump yourself up to get reality. You get it. You get your own reality about what's really going on within your financial situation. They talk about the Dow all the time. Now, the economy is doing great. I can remember when it was at that magical 6,000 mark when President Obama, the real president, along with the other previous presidents, when he took office, 6,000. I think it was just above 7, maybe 6 and some change. Might be a little bit lower. Don't quote me on it, but please look it up, because we got a lot of fact checkers out there. So please fact check me. All right. So I remember when he was around that 6,000, somewhere in that area. Now it's roughly hovering over 27,000. Dude, I mean, really think about that for a minute. If you had money to invest, 6,000 would put you somewhere about right here. I'm going to try to keep this scale thing going accordingly. And if you think it went from 6,000 upwards to 27,000, you do see what I'm seeing here. It's going up. There's a gap. That means that you made money. That means if you had money to invest, you made money. If you had no money to invest, then you didn't make any money. Just that simple. So the economy is doing well for those who had money to invest. I get it. And I'm sure those of us who deal in the business world all the time, we get it too. We understand it. Yes. But there are individuals out there who have, who don't, who have not and will not be able to ever invest. Because as soon as they put a little something safe away, something goes up in price. How many of you can tell me since the last time, maybe about a month or 2 or 3, have you noticed the difference in prices? Marginal increases. But I believe, I can't remember who exactly said this quote, but I believe something to the notion of even a small leak can sink a big ship. So just think about that for a second. In a month's time frame, if you're thinking, oh, really, I'm not paying that much, and it's okay. It's really not okay. It's really not okay. You should be doing more. You should be more conscientious. You should have more understanding of how your finances are working. And if they're not working for you, they're definitely working for somebody else. I'm a credit guy. I'm a guy who really likes the credit piece because it really tells me or shows me exactly how someone is really managing. Are you really getting the things that you need? I'm going to go back to that double-digit instance. If you are in a situation where you're paying double digits, you're getting taken advantage of. Period. If you're in a situation where you're using a prepaid card, you're getting taken advantage of. If you're in a situation where you're using primarily cash, you're getting taken advantage of. Because a lot of what we need to understand is that the mechanisms that we use, the means of doing commercing or transactions, whatever you want to call it, the means of doing that should equally give you back something in return, not just your goods and services. It's about your name now. Your name is what's important. You work for a paycheck, and that paycheck is from your employer, which ultimately shows that you have done a good job by your employer. So he knows you, or she knows you, or they know you. So they're going to reward you for that. Then when you get that money, you're going to do one of the most egregious things that I find that is happening to all of us. We're going to deposit that into our savings accounts where we get almost nothing back. And God forbid, if we put it into our checking accounts, we're definitely not getting anything back. And the economy that I witness and view and see on a daily basis, most of the individuals in the neighborhoods that I pass through, they're going to a check cashing place. So they're definitely not getting anything back. We got to understand the importance of educating inner cities, young women, young men. Doesn't matter if you're brown, doesn't matter if you're white, doesn't matter if you're yellow, doesn't matter if you decide to have a space alien somewhere and he wants to or she wants to or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Credit, unlike everything else, or now let me bring that back. Credit, just like everything else, knows no color. We as the individual are the one who assign a label to it. So it doesn't matter. I have clients who are Caucasian. I have clients who are Asian. I have clients who are African American. I have clients who are Mexican, Latinos. I hate using that word because it's very politically charged right now. So my point is that you got to do better, folks. You got to do it. You got to want it just as much as I want it for you. You got to want it just as much. If you want it just as much, I guarantee you we'll get that spark going. We'll have that connection, that vibe, that jive, that thing that makes us click and allow for it to happen, and you'll see the results. I have clients who do the minimal and they still see the results. I have clients who are just getting started and they're just learning and they're understanding, oh my goodness, only if I knew a long time ago. Well, guess what? Forget about the past. It's not about only if I knew a long time ago. You know now. You know now. You know now. So there are no excuses any longer. If somebody like myself is going to take the time to put out a video to make sure that you know, then I think it's your business, your due diligence. Even if you don't want to do it for yourself, think about those in your immediates. Now we say, oh, we love our family, or we love our boyfriend and girlfriend, or we love the people that we associate with, or we love and care so much about the people that are around us in our surroundings. Do it for them. Do it for them. Share with them. I got a challenge for everybody. This is called the credit challenge. I want you to ask your next three people, the credit challenge, the next three people. Ask them, how is your credit? Be honest. Be honest. How's your credit? Be honest. If you're not going to be honest, then you're not. And if you don't know, the best thing to say, I don't know. I haven't checked in like forever. Good. That is honesty. Or you know what? Hey, it's 700, 600. There's still some issues in there that still probably need to be addressed. I just got off the phone today with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Giving it to them, 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 giving it to them. And you know why? I have no other choice. It's my name. It's my ability to have or not to have based on information that you yourself will not take the time to view. Startling. If you walked out of your house and you saw your credit report plastered all over the walls, would you be happy? Would you be like, yeah, that's me, looking good? Or would you be, oh my God, I can't believe, girl, boy, whatever it is, pull that down? We got to do better, folks. We got to do better by ourselves. And again, I go back to those loved ones, those individuals that we say, oh, we care so much for. Your children. Should they or will they grow up in the same financial understanding that you or your parents or their parents grew up in? The struggle's real, y'all. It is real. It is real. It's not going away. It's only going to get worse for those who do not heed my words right now. We can talk about politics because trust me, that's going to come too. I'm the man. I'm all around. All around. Erica Badu, I can't thank you enough because I'm going to use this till my dying days. Call Tyrone, folks. Call Tyrone. My name, number is in the bio. What I do is equally in the bio. I'm going to be doing this for a long time, folks. And I might as well tell you now, you're going to have to get with somebody. Either you're going to do it for yourself, which unfortunately too many of us don't, what's the perfect word? Possess the skill sets to do it. You're going to find somebody to do it for you. They're going to overcharge you or they're going to undercharge you and not do it. You're going to reach out to a lawyer. They're definitely going to overcharge you. They're going to gouge you just like the institutions that put you in these situations have already gouged you. Or you're just going to let them sit there and you're going to constantly get these bill collector calls. You're going to constantly get all of these situations where you're too afraid to answer your phone because it's out of state or it's a down the street number. These situations will not go away, or it's going to take what most of us are starting to slowly see too, which is judgments. Summary judgments. You don't know what a summary judgment is? Well, let me tell you what a summary judgment is. Summary judgment, it starts off as such. First, you get a letter in the mail from your creditor, and that letter is ignored. Then that creditor decides, hey, you know what? I'm just not going to deal with it anymore. I'm going to charge it off. I'm going to put that into a database, and I'm going to sell it to somebody else. That other person then gets it, and they say, I can make some money off of this, so I'm going to try to reach out. They're going to reach out with a couple of phone calls. If they don't get a couple of phone calls, they're going to send you a letter. On that letter, it's going to state that you have 30 days. You have 30 days to respond. If you don't respond within 30 days, they can take legal action against you. And a lot of these companies do understand that they will take legal action against you. What I mean by that legal action is that 30 days to respond. If you don't respond, they're going to go to court. And they're going to get something what we call a summary judgment. That summary judgment is nothing at first, but once it hits your door, you got to remember something too. You have to be served. Cannot be that some smart little Alec person comes up and slides it under your door or puts it in your mailbox. And don't be surprised either if someone of law enforcement status comes knocking at your door. Yes, they do. Well, again, think about it. The sheriffs, police, these are businesses now. They don't just protect and serve. I almost said they don't protect and serve, but they don't just protect and serve. Some of these individuals also equally are process servers. So please, again, going back to what I was just talking about. So you're getting served. You're getting served by an individual. You're getting served by someone of law enforcement status. And you got to remember that these individuals, a lot of the times they will not do what they're supposed to do because they're getting their 25, 30, 40, 80, whatever amount of dollars that they're getting to service you that information. So they're going to do whatever they need to do. You just got to remember, if you accept it, it's yours. It's your property. That means you then are responsible to respond. Once that's in your hand, or someone over the age of 18 has that in their hands, then you are now responsible to show up for court. You don't show up for court, 9 times out of 10, plaintiff wins because defendant didn't show up. Just that simple. Summary judgment on your credit report takes about 7 to 10 years to get off your credit report public record. You see, that's what I know. This is what I know. I know more and more and more. I can just give you more and more and more. Our job is to make sure that you know what I know. You got to know what I know. If you don't know what I know, then guess what? You're not serving yourself properly. I can do it for you. I have no problem, but I'm going to educate you first. I'm going to educate you. I'm going to make sure that you know, if not everything I know, but a good portion of what I know. So when you start getting mails, correspondence in the mail, that you will be able to not just grab it and say, junk drawer, but grab it, open it, understand it, file it properly, and be ready for the next time that a situation like that arises. Folks, we got ourselves into these financial hardships, and we can equally get ourselves out with a very little bit of understanding. but I'm about max understanding. So I'm taking you straight to the max. I'm about making sure that you understand, comprehend, and are able to go out and execute in the manner in which you should. I'm not like those other credit companies. I'm not like anyone else out there. I am definitely unique. The man upstairs has made me unique for a reason. And my job is to make sure that you understand exactly what you need to understand to get this done. It's just that simple. I love what I do. I appreciate my consumers. Now I'm taking it to the next level. By the time I get ready to go back to school, didn't mention I am a school teacher as well, but by the time I get ready to go back to school, I want 150 clients. 150 clients. By the time the end of the season or the end of the year comes around, I expect to have 311 clients. That's it, 311 clients. From there, it'll take off. But before I go back to school, 150 clients. Guarantee that those individuals, not only will they get my best, they'll get probably way more than they ever imagined. Just in this little session right here, you're still getting a lot more. And you're going to get more and more and more. And I challenge everyone else also. When you're talking to someone who is passionate about something, when you're talking to someone who really understands subject matter, I want you to focus on that individual. I want you to pay attention to whether or not they pause, they stop, they they ah. People who and ah clearly need to go back and kind of understand that and ah is kind of taking people away from their real message. People who can speak it, live it, understand it. We don't stop. The power of what the subject matter does to us brings us to a whole new level. I watch some of my favorite newscasters when I see when I see Rachel Maddow, when I see, and all of them are reading off of a prompter, but when they get a few minutes or off the camera, but when they get a few minutes to move away from the camera and they're actually talking to you, Joanne Reed. Again, there's a lot of these individuals that have that raw talent. Joe Scarborough, Mika Brzezinski. Yeah, you can clearly tell that I'm an MSNBC lover. You want to know something before that? I used to watch Fox. I thought I was a Republican for a little while there, and that was way back when, but still, there's some Republican issues that I can still see and understand. I'm conservative for the most part. I want to see everything done accordingly, but what I'm not jiving or feeling with right now is just a lot of weirdness going on. But my whole point is that when you're passionate, when you love and appreciate, and you wake up in the morning thinking, wow, what can I do now to better someone's life? When you really are involved and engaged, it shows. It shows. It just shows. The aura about you it just shows that you can walk past anything and everyone is gravitated to you because it shows. It shows. So I want you all to really think about this conversation tonight. I don't really want to take a lot of time, but I'm going to be back every single day, at least 3 times a day. I'm going to be doing this on a regular basis because the importance of credit is unbelievable. If you do not get with this subject matter, if you do not find the time to do this, I'm telling you, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. Every single day that you put it off, you're going to regret it. And I know there was just a holiday here, July 4th. How many of you went out and actually started to apply for auto loan? Or went into the car dealership, sat in there for 7 and 8 hours, walked out of the car dealership or drove out of the car dealership with your so-called dream car because you had to settle. Because when you went into the dealership, you had your dream car in your mind, but then when you looked at your credit, when they ran your credit, when they did all of these tricks and gimmicks and gadgets and all this other stuff that they do, your dream car was still left there at the lot. I guarantee you, it's happened to me many a times. or I walked out of there or drove out of there with my dream car, but that payment that I thought I was going to have ended up increasing $200, $300, $400, $500, sometimes $600 more. So come on, folks. You should be able to walk into a car dealership, as my sister did a couple of years back, my apology, a couple of years back. I said, Gail, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. If you're not out of there in 30 minutes, walk away from the deal. That's another challenge. So I'm putting you all to the challenge right now. We got the credit challenge. Ask 3 of your friends, how is their credit? The credit challenge. I'm going to be posting that on my Instagram feed, which is the Leverage Credit Club, Instagram feed, Leverage Credit Club, or you can find me on my other Instagram feed, which is call CEO Tyrone Glover. But these are my 2 challenges to you. 2 challenges. The credit challenge, ask 3 of your closest friends, how is their credit? And that second challenge is if you went out and you did some credit shopping, whether it's for a car, whether it's for a credit card, whether it's for whatever that involved you getting your credit checked, I want you to go to annualcreditreport.com, which is free, annualcreditreport.com, which is free. Pull up that credit report and take a look at it. If you don't understand it, you need to call CEO Tyrone, okay? Call CEO Tyrone. You don't have to call me. Call somebody that you trust and say, hey, I can't read my credit report. Can you help me? If they can't, then both of you need to call CEO Tyrone. No, I'm just kidding. I like to have fun. I believe it's important to have fun with whatever it is that you do because it relaxes the individual that you're attempting to help. I don't want to just try to help because trying is a word that I've actually removed from my lexicon. You either do or you don't, folks. It's getting it done, period. Hands down, getting it done. You want it done, you got to do. You got to do for yourself. Once you acknowledge that there is a problem, go find someone who can help you. It is now, I've been talking to you for about 27 minutes. It's roughly about 10:12 or 10:18. And I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to get into the groove of this, but I'm going to wrap it up here because it's I don't want to bore you. I want to keep you involved. I want to keep you engaged. I want to keep you so that you come back and you say, wow, this guy's pretty good. This guy's pretty good. I think I can listen to him for a little while. All importance, all jokes aside, got to remember, these are the people that you're going to be dealing with. Equifax, upside down. The other person or the other company that you're going to be dealing with, Experian, upside down, don't worry. And last but not least, get familiar with them, TransUnion. Get familiar with these institutions. The more you know about them, the easier it's going to be for you to be able to start getting a lot of that stuff off your credit profile. Still got concerns, still got issues, give me a call. My name is CEO Tyrone Glover on Instagram. Just call CEO Tyrone. You can go to my other Instagram feed, which is the Leverage Credit Club. Leverage Credit Club, or find me on Instagram at call CEO Tyrone. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. That TikTok, that was my favorite story got me on. I'm on Snapchat. More or less, you can pick up the phone. My number is available. You can call me any time. Anytime. I'm always available to talk to somebody about making sure that their finances is okay. Anytime. All right. I want to thank you everybody always. I'm the most humble, most grateful, most appreciative person on the face of the planet. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank the Heavenly Father enough. And next time we're going to talk a little bit more about 2 issues, which is cash and debit. 3 actually, cash, debit, prepaid. And I got a little argument here with Russell Simmons. Prepaid. So all you other financial institutions, I'm coming to you too. I'm getting y'all too. You've been taking too much of our hard-earned And now it's time for Mr. Glover to set the record straight. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening. Drive safe. If you were in Yonkers, I want you to check out my rain video. Just put out a rain video a couple of minutes ago. It was crazy out here. If that's the remnants of what came through, I think it was Barry or Gary or somebody, that storm that came up from Louisiana. I hope everybody in that pathway made it safely. But if that was some of the remnants, that was crazy. So check out my rain video, Yonkers, New York. Peace, everybody. Love ya.